Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, from Syracuse, New York, weighing at 209 pounds, the Moonlight Son, Skyros! And his opponent wrestling out of the black corner, from Bowling Green, Kentucky, weighing at 235 pounds, the King's Road Slayer,
Derek Neal certainly didn't make any friends at Brave New World, and I think alienated even more Pro Wrestling Grind fans and, frankly, roster members with his words that he had to share about
Derek Neal asking for a moment of silence for Blue Thunder Jay Freddy. Get well soon, Jay Freddy. Was initially scheduled for opening round combat against Seabass Finn. That was not to be. Look forward to Jay Freddy's return to Pro Wrestling Grind. But now Derek Neal looking to knock off the next on his list of Pro Wrestling Grind champions and venerable history makers here in the Emerald City of Florence.
Mike Skyros, you could see even during his entrance, was very weary of taking his eyes off of Derek Neal.
Rightfully so. Derek Neal, very comfortable as an away team, has notched many a championship outside of his home regions. Mike Skyros, same can be said, Syracuse native.
Derek Neal also no stranger to world travels in his tenure. Mike Skyros, I think, has been working slowly to scratch the itch of getting out to more territories.
Continues to find his way around the southern half of the United States. But as you had said, Derek Neal definitely has the experience advantage between these two. And it's not a big deficit. Mike Skyros, very well traveled. It's going to be a lot about the game plan for both of these two, Neal and Skyros alike, coming in, and who deviates from that game plan. But Skyros staying on that arm. He knows all too well that lariat of Derek Neal, that's an X factor.
It certainly is. Oh, God. Opening up the chest of Mike Skyros, but Skyros with return fire. Both of these men feeling that they have a divine mission here tonight.
Yeah, now, these two very battle-tested in the strike battle, the strike exchange.
Ducks the blow. Now firing off is Skyros. Back and Neal into the corner. A flurry of strikes from the Moonlight Son.
Reversal of the Irish whip, Mike Skyros, the old Nigel McGuinness headstand. Stops Neal cold. Bicycle kick. From Nigel McGuinness to Sheamus, the European influence is upon us. Cover!
And I think it was interesting, too. I think a Skyros of years past, even last year past, wouldn't have taken that moment to enjoy the reception of the fans outside the Emerald Ring, but oh my goodness, now going for a brogue outside, wiping out Derek Neal with that dive.
Little deja vu from last time around at Brave New World. Mike Skyros, not used to Mike Skyros taking flight like that.
We're willing to take the risks these days. Mike Skyros again, fighting with grind on his shoulders.
The Irish whip now, Derek Neal weaves his way on through, steps into the big left. But Mike Skyros returns fire. Here comes Neal. Drop down. Well placed right across that knee. Drags Skyros to the outside and club across the back.
Taking the wings out of the proverbial sails, or the wind out of the proverbial sails of Mike Skyros, if you will.
And Derek Neal, he does some of his finest work on the outside. What's talk about taking wind away? Trying to collapse the windpipe.
Certainly is. Compromising the air supply of Skyros. Neal, we saw that hellacious bout that he had with Iron Rip Bison years ago. God,
no stranger to the heavy hitters here in Pro Wrestling Grind. But Derek Neal, after some time away, came back as a man possessed, as if he wasn't already. Nearly left the Pulaski Club in cinders.
Oh, God. Crushing the small bones of the hand of Mike Skyros, the wrist. And again, vicious attack.
And Mike Skyros now in a bad way, cradling that hand.
And that can take away your ability to impart a strike or to steady yourself. Drops the elbow, straight to the heart, hooks the leg, does Neal, not enough.
And Derek Neal, we know all too well, whether it be that lariat, that fisherman's buster, I gotta believe he is softening up Mike Skyros for exactly one of those two maneuvers. For Mike Skyros, that's Skyfall, the diving DDT, shades of the great Yoshinobu Kanemaru.
Oh, you could see howling in pain, the impact, instinct taking over. Used to throw in those strikes with that hand.
Yeah, Derek Neal was not taking too kindly to the strikes of Mike Skyros. Saw fit to soften up the hand, and now, sliding D!
God! Straight to the jaw, might have hit some throat there, but Skyros looked like he was about to start spitting blood.
Channeling the great Masato Tanaka with such a sliding D. And now Derek Neal. He's pondering his next option. He knows he's got time. Skyros, that striking may be eliminated from this contest.
Yeah, Neal able to now be calculated, able to strategize, time on his side after the damage delivered to Skyros.
Skyros now only being held up by that top rope.
Again, clocking. Now opting for the forearm, the elbow.
An interesting mismatch of strikes, the southpaw versus the orthodox, and now Mike Skyros stacking up the rights. Corner to corner with the Irish whip we go. Here comes Skyros. Boot up. Derek Neal now. Lariat! Oh. Kings Road Slayer, Kings Road Senton, Kings Road Southpaw.
Now, no!
Right here.
And that is speaking volumes to the drive and determination of Mike Skyros, fighting through this pain.
Mike Skyros knows how much is on the line for him personally here. About a win over Derek Neal that jettisons Skyros back to Grand Championship contendership status, I gotta believe.
And Skyros has proclaimed so profoundly how much pro wrestling grind means to him. And
what better way to live up to it, to be the first ever two-time Grand Champion. But Derek Neal, the butterfly suplex.
Straight to that cover, waste no time. Skyros able to get those shoulders up.
With Derek Neal, he is starting to string together the high-impact maneuvers, strikes or grapples alike. But we know who the faithful have chosen.
Rallying behind the Moonlight Son here at Stormbringer.
This one's for Jay Freddy, he says.
Wait a second.
Little tongue-in-cheek, I gotta believe.
But a great reversal.
The head scissors reversal out of Mike Skyros, now stacking up the rights. I don't know how effective those strikes are. Flies on into the clothesline. The extra momentum made the difference.
Now adrenaline taking over.
Skyros stacking up on him, steps into the big right. Point of the elbow meets the jaw, all in the hips with the German suplex.
Power on display, but Neal's still on his feet.
Nobody home with a lariat. Steps into the super kick, does Mike Skyros. And now, little teardrop. Reverses the grip, well done.
Drives him back, straight to a cover from Skyros. Neal says no.
And if our referee Bill Thompson says it, you can take it to the bank. Pro Wrestling Grind, Stormbringer. The storm is upon us, and Mike Skyros looking to put this to bed.
Wait a second, though. Taken back, crashing down to earth, and then knee colliding to the side of the face. Neal hooks the leg. Only two.
And once again, it's that ability to diversify. The grapple into the strike there, the gourd buster into that knee strike. Derek Neal. And now that Fisherman's Buster.
Looks for it again. Mike Skyros having none of it.
Finds home with the enziguri. Mike Skyros had that Fisherman's Buster scouted. And now, Farouk style with the Spine Buster.
Into the cover. Just barely, but waste no time. Mike Skyros not deterred. Oh, kicked away by Neal.
I wanted that Scorpion Deathlock, and now the Gunstinger. Wait a minute, rolled on through.
And now, shifting positions, Skyros now.
That Sharpshooter Scorpion Deathlock variation, that Skyropian Deathlock. Center of the ring.
Derek Neal with nowhere to go. Skyros pulling him farther away from the ring ropes. Fans have a fever pitch. Derek Neal, is he going to give it up? Crawling on his forearms, makes it to the ropes to force the break.
Very difficult submission maneuver to keep on for an extended period of time. A complex grip and a deep squat required.
Grip, which was also compromised by the damage that Neal had put on Skyros' hand earlier in the match.
And it may be Skyfall. That may be the final option left in the tank for Skyros, but wait a minute.
Out the back. Rear waistlock crushes Skyros in the corner, does Neal.
But nobody home. Matador to the bull. Bull's over Derek Neal. And now Mike Skyros.
Summoning that energy, mustering it up from fans here at Florence in position. Caught out of midair.
Skyfall intercepted, and now that Fisherman's Buster!
Crash landing, hooks the leg, does Neal, and that is it.